The heavyweight world champion, captain of cringe, Adam22 is back in the news, this time going viral not for cucking himself, allowing his wife to get slayed by corn stars, and as well as setting up a reality show for his life to get slayed by corn stars.
I saw you grab a handful of her.
She want me, cuz she don't want you.
It's a competition to win those sort of privileges.
She wants me and she don't want you.
You didn't win yet. You grabbing her like that has me feeling some sort of way.
What, you want to get on it, baby? Snap Sally right here,
Crib Mac, I don't want to do nothing to you that I'm going to regret.
Man, cuz you can't get down with me, huh?
But this time, he is cucking Joe Smith. His wife, Keisha, has been on a media tour as of recently in promote of her OnlyFans, recently linked up with Adam22 to continue that promotion, but this one is a bit different. As I read the caption, "Sorry, Joe," kissing emoji. Complete disrespect. At the Plug Talk Show. Now, for those that do not know, I've been told, my sources have been keeping me up to date and saying that the Plug Talk Show is a show that Adam is on, and at the end of the show, at the end of the interviews, the models have a corn scene with Adam22. Now, is this surprising, knowing that this Super Saiyan harlot knows no bounds in continuing to disrespect the man that chose to marry her? No, it's not surprising in knowing who she is. And I can only imagine Joe, who I've actually watched a couple of interviews with him. He has a fantastic interview on Vlad TV, who seems like such a nice guy, is looking at content like this and crying himself to sleep. But at the end of the day, you can only be so sorry for Joe. Why? Because Joe chose her. No matter how much money that you make within your life, if you choose an out-of-control woman that does not respect you, with a history like hers, this will more than likely be your future. Let's go through a couple of these comments. The first one, Adam smashing after cam is crazy. Yeah, that's so true.
In trouble doing this? I thought you was gonna send another body rub.
Oh, no. We get the body rub, baby.
All right.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm already in all the trouble I'm going to be in already, so.
All right.
I'll make it more.
What you thinking, Treasure?
I don't know.
You're
I actually, I wanted to interview Kiss, and so I'm happy she's here. Like, I wanted her to tell her story, and she's expert.
Y'all don't got no questions? Because
I got a lot of questions. Are y'all still together?
I don't really know what we are. I just know I'm here massaging Cam. Having a nice time doing it.
Will this jeopardize it?
No.
All right. So he's not.
I'm not worried about it being jeopardized.
No, but he's not going to feel any way about what you do.
I mean, no. I'm not concerned with how he feels about what I'm doing. He's not concerned about how I feel when he's doing it.
When's the last time about communicating?
Next one. Yeah, I'm never getting married. This is crazy. And I think a lot of men are thinking like this after watching on social media how the union, the biblical union of two people, has been so utterly disrespected and bastardized within the media today. Shit, there's a show called Love is Blind where people get married without even looking at each other. So ridiculous. But also due to other influential people talking about married women.
I have slept with so many married women in my life. I have slept with so many married women in my life that I can't trust nobody, kid. I don't trust no woman on earth. Me personally. You have a different situation. Like, you might have a woman who went to school. Y'all, not in the streets. Y'all ain't never been out. None of this shit. I have slept with so many of y'all wives out here. I can't trust women. That's what I'm like, Dr. Umar. That's what happened to me. Let me keep it real with y'all. As Slim Thug, the rapper, I believe every woman goes. I don't believe that no woman don't go. Now, a regular and her husband at work, or he gone and whatever, or a woman with a boyfriend, they gonna go at the opportunity.
Shout out to Slim Thug for keeping it absolutely real in this video. Now, logically, and of course, not all women are cheaters, but what he's demonstrating is the logic behind why he chooses not to get married. The logic behind why he chooses to not trust women. So when I look back at content like this, all I think is that, damn, yet another reason. You got down and you hugged him on your knees. It's one thing to hug a famous person. It's another thing to hug a famous person at your wedding that you were a groupie for. And it's another thing to hug a famous person on your knees with this pee-pee right in front of your mouth. The complete and utter disrespect. You goddamn simp, get out of there. Get out of there. Leave right there. What are you doing? As the crowd cheers. Jesus don't ordain this shit with the cash flying? Are you insane? Oh, they all in 4K. This is so disrespectful. He's like, get up, babe, please. You're embarrassing me, please. Come over towards me now. Remember, you're getting married to me. Oh, God. Look at him. Oh, this is so disgusting. No one will not be sorry for you guys. For being a simp. For being weak. For allowing her to disrespect you. Think about all of the money that went into paying for all of this extravagance. Think about it. Wasted.
It's like this huge problem that I've been noticing in the dating world. The good, respectful men, the men with boundaries, will not approach women because they're trying to respect their boundaries. And it is true that biologically speaking, women are far more attuned to subtleties, like body language subtleties, than men. So a lot of times, women will actually be giving off clues and cues that they want to be approached, but it's more of like they're trying to give off a vibe or something, and the man has no idea. What ends up happening is that it's the men with no boundaries, or that don't respect boundaries, or the narcissists or the creeps, that end up approaching the woman, and then the women in my life complain that it's only the creeps that approach them.
I've never seen a woman be so happily wrong before in my life. Imagine trying to explain away why none of the guys that you like want to approach you because they are respecting your boundaries. You see, ma'am, you attract what you are, but you're too delusional to understand who you are. And I could bet you a round of margaritas that this woman has orbiters in her friend zone that circle around her that, according to her, just wouldn't be her type. But instead, everyone who just approaches you are the losers, the creeps, or the narcissists, as you put it. So really, if you are just attracting creepy people, then what does that say about you?
Who'd you be more comfortable talking to?
Just based off the image, probably this guy, yeah.
Who do you find more attractive?
This guy.
Okay, the guy on the right. The guy on the left here is a famous Indian actor. His name is Raj Shetty. Really good actor.
Nice.
The guy on the right, he's Richard Ramirez. You ever heard of him?
No.
He is a murderer.
Oh, wow.
For you see, for the modern woman today, what makes a man a creep or what makes a man a desirable option is simply if they're attracted to you.
And if it is somebody that you meet on the street in Vegas, doesn't matter if it's a very attractive man or a homeless person, don't touch me. Like,
so I don't know if you remember this, but when we first had the conversation, I did touch you on your elbow when I wanted to say, can we have a conversation about that?
Cute.
Uh-oh. So there goes the whole argument. So if I was a homeless person and I did that, you'd be like, ah, like running away from me, right?
Okay, this is a serious question for the guys.
Okay.
I have this conversation with my female friends, I think, like, I'm not even kidding, once a week. So I'm just curious what the real reasoning is behind it. But most of my girlfriends say that whenever they're out, they never get approached by guys, ever. And maybe like one girl in the friend group who does get approached, it's not like she's a total standout from the group. But for some reason, like a specific girl might just like get hit on a lot, I don't know. But not even in a biased way. I think that some of my friends are very, very beautiful. Like, actually, I'm not just saying that to be nice. So it makes me really curious as to why guys don't go up to them. Is it like, one, even if you see an attractive girl, like you're just hanging out with your friends, you don't really care? Two, you're just simply not attracted to her? Three, maybe you like think she's just like in a relationship, or like she's just super standoffish and like bitchy looking, or like in general, you just like don't want to deal with any type of rejection. Like, is it the guy's point of view, or is it just like the girls are putting out this weird vibe, or like just guys don't find them attractive? I don't know. But most of my friends like want to meet guys in person, but then they go out and just like nothing really happens. So what is it?
There's actually a multitude of answers right here, but I'm gonna give you one based off of having empathy for the guy. Put yourself in the guy's position for a second. Just as we talked about in the last video, women love to go up on social media and complain about all of the creeps that talk to them. Or worse, some women find it as a sport to publicly crush a man's ego. And let's face it, guy or girl, no one likes to be rejected. And when you guys are in groups, that fear can go up tenfold because it's getting rejected with other people watching. This is why women who get hit on the most are generally by themselves, you know, walking by themselves or sitting at a bar by themselves. And we also got to bring up the impact onto men today of not just being rejected in public, but then also being rejected digitally, because the same women that complained about not being approached in public are the same types to only swipe right 4% of the times on apps like Tinder.
So on Tinder, women like the profiles of only 4% of the men. Men, when they see female profiles, they swipe right or like more than 60%. I would imagine that 4% is very high up on what you're calling the success hierarchy. I have a friend, a good-looking guy, who was very active on Tinder for a while, and he accumulated more than 20,000 matches on the app.
20,000.
20,000. And well,
you know, I mean, he's in Genghis Khan territory with 20,000.
But that's not the typical male experience.
No, the typical male experience is all rejection. It follows a Pareto distribution, like the distribution of wealth, is that some tiny minority of men get all the sexual opportunity and all the rest get virtually none.
How men think Tinder works.
Hey, how are you?
Ew, no chance, Mike.
Come to one of my games.
Get lost, George.
Let's go to an art gallery.
Ugh, as if.
What's your snap?
My cousin has a unique life hack. She visited 14 cities in 6 countries and spent less than $600. Harlot in question says, the best life hack I did on this trip. On Tinder, in every city I visited, I would match with boys who are not good looking. At max 4 out of 10. They take me out and show me the city, pay for food, etc. Then I match with an attractive guy for the hookup. Hot guys don't show you the city or bother to have a proper date, but mid guys would love to do that for you. Then the sister code activates. Oh, wow. Yes, most of my photos were taken by mid-potential dates. And if you can't find a bed to sleep, they are happy to give you the bed and they sleep on the sofa. Ugh, they taking you nice guys for granted. So you spend the day with the ugly ones and the night with the hot ones, right? Isn't that dangerous? Wow. Go for the boys with glasses or nerds looking. They're not, dang. They're happy they get to talk to you and have a platonic date. The mind of the modern woman today trying to forever get over on you will forever change how men will treat you. Chivalry has died, and I wonder who killed it.
So it's been brought to my attention that men no longer want to come up to women anymore. Due to sex allegations, women being just so rude and disrespectful, and rejection.
The 8, 9s, and 10s are not experiencing this lack of demand of men pursuing them in the market. I'd imagine that the pinch is happening at the average at best women.
I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know men didn't want to come up to women anymore. I'm barely finding this out. Why do women choose to cuss guys out when they come up to them and approach them? I have no idea. I apologize for that. But there's just too many fine men. And if it takes me, the woman, having to come up to you guys and shooting my shot, saying what's up, being the big stepper, then I'll just have to do that. And I'm gonna just start coming up to you guys and shooting out compliments and see where it takes me.
Hey, listen, do your thing, mama. I know I wouldn't necessarily appreciate that unless you do it in an extremely feminine way. But yeah, we can blame what it is that you're talking about on social media and people addicted to the clout because it has given women a medium to tell on themselves. But yeah, men of today are less likely to approach because they don't want to be treated like second-class citizens.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, so you guys like soccer?
Yeah, we like it.
Sick. You guys should come out to one of my games sometime.
What position do you play?
I'm the ref. Yeah, I run that shit. You know, I like the whistle and like everything. Yeah. Hey, watch how I call a throw in. Look. So can we like swap Instagrams or something?
The guy is trying to be genuinely funny. He's maintaining good distance away from the women, but they're recording him and then post it later on social media in order to mock him. Let's check out some of the comments on the side. This is why men don't approach women anymore, because they post a video of a man's interest in order to inflate their ego. I'll pass. Can't even flirt with a girl without getting aired out on IG. Shit's sad.
So men are saying they're getting their passport.
Because in America, women hate all men.
They say that they're tired trying to find a woman in the United States where women say, I don't need a man, go away.
The whole independent woman thing is really a US thing.
And then the women are mad. The same women who hate men and are feminists are mad that the men went to where they're respected.
And instead of looking in the mirror and asking ourselves if we would make great wives, we would much rather shame them.
They are not going over there to grape and conquer.
Ma'am, if you're not fit, feminine, or friendly, then you're not what these men want.
The women in other countries, such as DR and Thailand, it's just culturally the norm for a woman to be cooking, for a woman to be taking care of her man, all that.
I've been seeing a lot of this passport bros video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman. But they go to places where women speak a little English, no education whatsoever. However, that's not the reason. The reason why men do that is because the women out there are loving, caring, nourishing, feminine, and the food top notch. So it's like essentially what a man wants. I'm Chinese, I'm from Hong Kong. We do shit on men a lot. We are bossy. However, we do been praising them when they're being an excellent man. Versus, I've seen lots of women in America, they would be like, as he should.
Entitlement.
You see the difference? Like, that's just very ungrateful. Men are really easy to please. Just
really easy.
Give him his time and space.
Peace, baby.
Be his peace of mind.
There it is.
Instead of a headache when he come home.
Boom.
Respect him. Appreciate him. Let him lead. Trust him. Believe in him. I'm very traditional. And maybe some women are not like that and they don't like that, which is fine. Do whatever that works well for you. And what I've been doing has been working very, very well for me. That's why I'm just, sharing a little secret. It's so simple, but it seems like a lot of women don't understand that. Don't get me wrong, you can be an excellent woman and once in a while you still run into some assholes, right? So, again, go where you're respected.
Boom.
If it's not working out, leave and go where you're respected.
Oh.
And keep doing you.
Logic.
Be a good woman.
Tell him.
You will find a man. For sure.
How do y'all feel about a man who goes overseas to find other women? A passport, bro. Do you think it diminishes the quality of that man? A man who go overseas instead of staying in America because they find a more traditional woman.
I don't care. My brother wants to do that. I think it's romantic. Like I think if you do that, you really care. I don't really. That's fine. I think it's because he's looking for something real, like true love. Yeah. Like if a man came up on a boat, fucking sailed towards me from overseas.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Like, oh my god. Like, imagine a man's like, I traveled overseas to find a woman like you. That would be too good. Like, yeah, that is good.
This is the first time I've seen women out on the street defend the passport bros. Ironically enough, though, these are the same types of women that Western men are fleeing the Western world from. Living out their roaring 20s, scantily clad, half tipsy, and when they're ready to retire, they're ready for a good man. Effectively trying to present later on in life like a Lamborghini, but that Lamborghini has been involved in some dirty rally car races.
100, now flat right, 100.
If there's nothing on this finger, cold. Here, this finger's naked, no one gets claimed. You don't get claimed. You don't get claimed until you claim me. Period. I can't do that. So
that's smart.
If you're not serious, don't even open your mouth. Shake my hand and keep it moving. Because I'm looking for, I've accomplished so much in my life, and right now, I just want someone to share it.
Ah, the post-wall realization, now that they're serious about relationship and or marriage. Meanwhile, when they were the highest value, they didn't think like this. They utilized that time to experience worldly activities, to be sexually liberated. And no matter how much they want their accomplishments to override the value that they've lost, and when I say value, it's how a man places them from a value perspective in the economic dating marketplace, they must understand that the career accomplishments don't mean shit. Proof again that the modern Western woman today has absolutely no idea what men are looking for.
You focused on your career, you focused on dealing with the wrong dudes, the wrong guys in your youth. You did not prioritize marriage in your youth because you wanted to live a different kind of life. You wanted to eat sushi and travel and this and that, and cool, you wanted to do all that. And then you wanted to turn around at 30 years old or at 35 years old with your frozen ass eggs and everything else, and you wanted to turn to the market and you wanted to pick up investment banker. You wanted an investment banker to be there, still pining for you like he did back in college when you were the shit. You wanted to date whoever you dated, do whatever you did, and then you wanted to turn her back around to the market on your terms, on your time frame, and get the kind of man you thought you deserved, and then have that man get on your program. Disney can't make this stuff up.
Listen, in the West, our cultural standard is that women are taught that they deserve it all. They're entitled to the best men and that they should always be treated like princesses. Whereas in the East, women are more so treated to be a man's support system, while also not prioritizing being materialistic. But even so, with the power of the dollar in the US in comparison to other countries, no wonder why so many men are going abroad. At the end of the day, men want to go where we are desired, not tolerated.
American men looking for traditional wives in Asia.
How do you feel about guys who specifically like the way Asian women look? They come here thinking, I'll have a better chance of finding a wife here just because there's more Korean women. Do you think that's a bad thing?
No, because personally, I find Western men more attractive.
Stop me if I mess up, but in the West, it's definitely, we look at Asian women as more traditional. They're a little bit more reserved. And I can see that out in Korea. There's not a lot of crop tops. There's not a lot of like, revealing of your body as much as the West. They have a great reputation of treating their men good. They make great wives because they
we will prioritize.
Yeah, exactly. And they're normally more short. They're normally shorter, Asian women. Dark petite, hair, yeah, petite, dark eyes. That's what we feel about Asian women. So would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree too.
I think so, yeah.
If Americans will be upset if I clip this.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Now you say it, and I think about it, because I have
why are you mad at the truth?
And I have, you know, international friends, Western girlfriends and Korean girlfriends, and yeah, there's a clear difference. Nothing which is good, like better or worse. They're just different. Like you said, Korean girls tend to be less individualistic. It's just individualism versus collectivism.
If you're into petite girls who are short, dark hair, traditional, I think going to Asia to find a wife, it's one of the most important decisions of your life. Like, picking your life partner is not something you can just have someone bully you into not making the choice that's best for you, which I think is what's happening. American women are trying to bully American men to not leave, to maybe find their, super important to find a good wife.
Peep the caption. This is why we as Passport Bros tell other men to not bring women back here to the States, because they absorb the culture. She thinks that this shit is mega attractive. And looking at the amount of likes and views, the data seems to agree with her.
And I grew up in Georgia for a decade, and then I fucking moved to Nebraska. Ain't she over there, by the way? How the hell y'all gonna tell me how I'm supposed to sound like? You want me to speak in broken English, bitch? The fuck?
Foul mouth, masculine as hell, with a giant ego. And it's wildly unfortunate because she's cute, but only men that are looking for headaches would be attracted to something like this.
If a man wanted me to be their girlfriend, with what I know now, and if I wasn't married, I would say all expenses paid. Okay, if you're not gonna propose, that's fine. $10 million placed in my account right now. Because if I'm gonna be your girlfriend for a year, that's gonna really lower my mate value and you're gonna build yourself up. So transfer $10 million into my account and I'll think about being your girlfriend for a year. That's how much I would save for each year, if I ever even did it. Because it's so highly degrading for a woman.
$10 million, ma'am. Yo, any woman that takes this kind of advice has much bigger problems than just trying to find a man. She needs to find her sanity.
Don't be nice to him all the time. Always have an attitude and then be nice every once in a while. Make sure that he is continuously chasing you. Don't chase him. Don't always be available to him for sex. Don't cook, don't clean for him, okay? Especially if you ain't even married. Make him realize that you're the prize and always look so good that he knows you got options. So when you leave the house, he get a little nervous, all right? That's how you stay. That's how you keep him chasing and in love, okay? Men love mean women, period. Don't be his piece. That's it. What if you want to get married, but you don't? Get the ring. And then don't get married, but keep the ring. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Change your mind, but keep the ring.
Straight up. Playing these types of games is exactly what makes men into dogs. Why would a man want to permanently attach himself to a parasite of a woman? One that is forever in a state of trying to manipulate you. To all 30.5 women that listen to this channel, I'm not talking about percentages, I'm talking about the 30.5 of you that listen. Never take advice from women like this. They will leave you permanently single.
The ideal number of men to have in your rotation. No such thing as ideal number. The wrong, absolute wrong number would be 1. Okay, don't do that to yourself.
The absolute wrong number is 304.
We are just not wired for rejection the way that men are, because we've never had to deal with rejection, because we've always been the chooser, the decider, right? We choose. We choose whether men get to have children or not. That is true in all species, by the way, not just in Homo sapiens. So
that's actually not true whatsoever. See, women have the ability to choose because we've civilized our society. Go out into the animal kingdom. The male in the species is taking it if they want it. What are you talking about? Like, everybody a guru nowadays. What are you talking about? Because we have civilized society, we have laws, women can now choose. But you think in a lawless society, men are waiting for you to, they're not doing that in lawlessness.
So the wrong number is 1. After that, whatever you can manage, 4, 5, 6, 7, like, you know, the more numbers you have, the easier it will be, actually.
I am utterly convinced that female dating coaches have one goal in mind, and that's to keep women forever single. And as you maintain your outcome of singleness, after continuously watching them, you still go back to them for their 666 course. How to manifest a man that is 6 foot tall, makes 6 figures with a 6-pack. Give me a break.
How much money does a guy need to make in order to be with you?
$1 million a month he needs to be making to be dating me.
How tall does he need to be?
Like 6'5" minimum.
I'm not tall enough?
Hell no. I'm sorry. Short kings, but like, not for me, not for me.
Alright, valid.
All right, boys, they bringing tape measures to the club now. I say we start bringing scales to meet them halfway.
I love gay people and black people. and Asian people, and Native American people, and
Pacific
Middle
Islanders.
I love Pacific Islanders. I love Middle Eastern people. And this
Indian
is no
people.
particular order.
No, I rank. I love
Okay.
black people more than anybody else.
What's second? That's tougher to say, isn't it? That's tougher to say, isn't it?
You know what? Your mouth kind of reminds me of like a person from Whoville.
That's
because
fine.
you like lip is not there.
Well, I
But,
can't
like,
help that.
No, you can't. But like, it's just like
Body
Whoville-esque.
shaming's fine until it's all about the weight, right? Goodness, here come the comments.
Someone needs to give this brother an award for wittiest line of the year for silencing her with a one-liner. What's hilarious about this clip too is that watch in this section right here how her belly is out. And then
Like,
watch.
It's just like
Body
Whoville-esque.
shaming's fine until it's all about the weight, right? Goodness, here come the comments.
Look at.
So I heard you.
Look at the very next scene. She covered it up. She got real quick. It's easy to dish it out, but it's not easy to take it, huh? We need people to be more honest like this Nintendo Wii in this next clip. Shout out to this fellow soldier for inserting his frame faster than Thanos could snap the Infinity Stone. He needs a free membership to the MT Army. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. What you guys think about the collection of clips here today? Let me know down in the comment box down below. Put your timestamp in there so I know exactly which component of the video you were talking about. And I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube.